What is up, guys? This is Bougie and welcome back to another commentary and welcome to the first video of the year. It took me long enough. Yes, it took me until a week after my 16th birthday to finally get around to do this. But anyways, if you guys want a little summary of what's been going on with me, well, I've just been extremely busy, busier than usual, so I do apologize, but hopefully we get back to working. And also too, you can see I have a new game and it's Star Wars Battlefront. And pretty much we're playing skirmish on the Junlin Waste on Walker Assault. So yeah, shoot up some AI people. But basically, now I've got a shooter, so yeah. Plus too, I had PlayStation Plus for a bit, so you know, that kind of got in the way, but hopefully I can manage that and get some further videos made for you guys. So hopefully you'll enjoy. But today's video is all about something that I discovered today. Now, this was first talked about by A Gaming earlier in the week, and I am not here to bash on A Gaming today. If you want to see me do some talking about A Gaming, then watch my A Gaming video. But basically, I do not disagree with him on everything, just some things. But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to talk about what was seen, and it's basically the new copying. Now, this copying is much worse. The original copying, like, okay, you took a level that was already copied, okay? And A Gaming has done this, but you know, he makes a good point. These were levels that were already copyable and had been copied plenty of times. So, you know, if they could do it, then, you know, and you learn from your mistakes. So, you know, I'll give him credit for that. But anyways, that is the original form of copying, the one that's been around since the Latin player days of LittleBigPlanet. But this copying is something far more sinister than that. These are modders, also known as cheaters. So, in this video, we're going to be taking a look at who these people are, what are they doing, and basically tell you how you can protect yourself from these people, and give you some advice if you want to stop these people from taking over your levels and hijinxing anything in your way that you make. So let's get started. So who are the cheaters? Who are these people who are stealing our content and stealing our hard work? Well, they are basically modders. They are cheaters, and they use external parties and all that, and third parties, to get our levels stolen and, you know, get it spread like a legitimate copied level, except it's not a legitimate copied level. It was stolen illegally through hacks and mods and cheats and all that. So what these people are basically doing here is that they are trying to, well, mess us up. They're messing us up big time. And basically what's going on here is that your levels, like for example, levels that you make, okay, if you have the copy button on there, that is a legitimate form of copy. I mean, yes, we do not like copy levels at all, but at least we are thankful when it's legitimately copied, in a sense, where the level was just, you know, just republished, okay? Because somebody has a lack of originality and can't make their own levels. Nothing insulting to anybody specifically. But basically, we're trying to say is that these people are using the external means where levels that aren't copyable, they're still getting stolen, and when they publish these levels, they can put the copyable part on it, and then guess what? Then your level becomes one of those kinds of levels, like the original types of copyable levels, basically the original types. And basically that's what happens. Your level gets spread like it was one of the original copied levels that always gets republished by all these creators, except it's not. It was stolen by illegal means, and this is where the problem stemmed from. They are using mods, cheats, and all that. And basically, I don't care whenever a game came out or anything, like what Minnesota Burns said, you don't care, you don't cheat, okay? You do not cheat. It doesn't matter if the game came out in like 2014, which was when LittleBigPlanet came out, or 2010, or just this year. It doesn't matter, you don't cheat in games. And when you cheat in games, you are in for some serious trouble. So what I'm saying here is that while we may not like the copyable levels and all that, at least the original ones aren't stolen illegally. They're stolen legally in the sense that they were legitimately copied in the game and not used by external means like third parties or hack programs and all that, mods, cheating. And this is a big deal because not only are these people copying levels, but they're stealing levels that aren't even copyable, and they're turning it into a copyable level, and basically anybody could have it. And this is a huge problem, and basically this is something big that needs to be addressed. So we just talked about how these people are doing this and what they are. But here's the question. Why? And who are the people? Like who are they really? Well, right now on screen, you're going to see a screenshot, and this is of a person named Corrupted Sackboy. And this has been identified by A-Gaming to be one of these types of people who use these mods and cheats and all that to steal levels that aren't normally copyable, and pretty much copy them and, pretty much make them become the next bomb survival that always gets copied. And you're not exempt from this. I mean, any level. I mean, this is predominantly on LittleBigPlanet 2, but still, these levels can still be copied on LittleBigPlanet 3. Your level on LittleBigPlanet 3 could still be copied, and basically any LittleBigPlanet 2 levels, they could get put on LittleBigPlanet 3, and they can get copied and spread like wildfire. And even my levels are threatened by this, and I put some work in that. Now, let me explain by what I mean by work and effort in that context, because you guys probably remember I'm a former costume maker. Well, I mean, I still make costumes, but it's just very rare, not on a regular basis like I used to back in the day. And basically, what I mean by putting in a lot of time and effort, I'm talking about the costumes, okay? Now, the giveaway levels, I can put some time into that if I want to, but otherwise, it's not necessary, just put your sackbot, put a level template, put your sackbot there, and there you go. Although, if you are really wanting to do it, which is what I did, I kind of added some variation to it, like my Super Shadow the Hedgehog giveaway, I made a Radical Highway, in a sense, for the giveaway, and people kind of liked the design, and of course, for my Eggman giveaway, I kind of made something similar to the Space Colony arc, pretty much. I kind of made like the arc or something, so pretty much, that's what I mean by time and effort. It's mainly the costumes, but also too, the levels could have some design too that's unique to it. And my levels, which most of them are from LittleBigPlanet 2. I got one from LittleBigPlanet 1, and I've got two on LittleBigPlanet 3. Nevertheless, they're all still in trouble from potential copiers, and of course, me being, it's hard to imagine my level getting copied. Now, let me explain something. I've had my avatar copied in a sense. Now, I don't know who the person was, but basically, I called this person out a while back, okay? This was like several years ago. And basically, I saw this guy who had my avatar, and I was like, what? He had my profile picture. I was like, what? So I commented on the dude's page, and I asked him, hey, what you doing with my profile picture? He didn't delete the comment, but I also didn't get a response back, so, I was kind of confused, too. Another thing, too, is that there was this one person who I discovered had pretty much made a pretty bad copy of my Dr. Eggman costume, which I just talked about earlier, a little bit ago, and basically it was a knockoff. It was a bootleg in a sense. Like, it used my assets, but it was not the actual one that I made. It was a bootleg. But basically, I called this guy out, and the guy, obviously, he was not being an idiot. He was not being a punk. He was not being stupid. He was not being a jerk or any of that. He apologized, and we actually became buddies. So, he apologized for the mistake, and he did not do that again. And, he learned from his mistake, Now, I wasn't being harsh to him or anything, but I just let him know that it was stolen in a sense. Some assets were copied. And that copying, like taking some assets and all that from somebody else and trying to make it your own, yeah, and also too the actual copying of levels that were already meant to be copyable anyways by these poor creators. But basically, these people, let's get to the point. Why are they doing this? Well, the black market, okay? The black market. Like, these people can get paid for doing this, okay? Now, these people could become the next Latin player, but some of these people also do it in a black market sense. They do it for money, okay? Because people will come and ask them to copy a level that they really like, okay? That they absolutely like. But they want to publish it themselves and make it their own. So they get these people get paid a certain amount of money to copy them. Now, we're not sure if that's what happened, but that's what I heard in A's video. So, credit where all credit is due. But it's a really good point, and it does shed light on what could happen with this new thing. So basically, here's the question. What do you do to your levels, and what can you do to help stop this, or at least slow it down in a sense? Well, here's what you can do. So how do you stop these people? How do you sabotage their operations in their world of hacking? How do you sabotage their factory? Well, you could grief report them in the masses, but I don't recommend that. Instead, what I do recommend, though, is screenshotting proof and sending it to people like Steven Isabel so that they can take a look at it. Now, I've heard that he's on Mondays, which is what I've heard from other people. So basically, if that's when he's in the office. So when he's there on Mondays, try to message him, and if you see a level that you think is copied, and especially if it's your level that's been copied illegitimately, then definitely report it to Steven Isabel, and he'll probably take care of it. I've heard that when you do this, the person gets a ban, like a permanent ban. Now, I'm not sure if it's an account ban or if it's a console ban. I would like to think, because there are third-party externals involved, that it was probably a console ban, but then again, we don't know that. The only thing we can hope is that they do get a console ban, because hey, just because you ban an account that's been associated with cheats doesn't mean that that's gone completely. In order for the cheats to come back, they'd have to buy a new console in a sense, and that costs money. So basically, banning their console, that'll get more money out of them in a sense. So basically, yeah, it'll make them think twice or something. Or if they're really just that bad, then it gives Sony more money to work on stuff like this, and it gives these people more money to work on stuff like this, and how to prevent things like this from happening. Okay, because hey, like I said, you don't cheat. Now, obviously, what do you do for yourself? What about your levels? Well, you could sub the levels, but if you really want plays on the levels, I'm not too sure. Like, you could put them in a hub in a sense, but then again, the hub could also be copied, and then they'll get opened up from sub levels on, and then they'll get played, and then they could get stolen. So it's a really big pickle in a sense. I would tell you, just hold on to your levels, and if your levels have to get copied, then do what I said before and try to report them directly to some staff with screenshot proof, and they'll take care of it. So basically, your levels, you can get those taken care of and all that. Just be sure that you keep an eye out for your levels being copied and all that, and make sure you have people that inform you if your level does indeed get copied. So subbing your levels, if you want plays, then don't sub them, okay? Like, if you want the plays, then keep them up, but just be aware of these surroundings. So basically, the conclusion here is don't get caught off guard, basically. Be aware that these people are around and they exist. So basically what you need to do is just keep your head on your toes and just make sure that you are aware that these people do exist and that you could be next in terms of getting your level stolen or copied. Now, of course, if you're one of these people who doesn't have originality, then here's a tip for you. If you want to copy levels, then it's actually better than to use the original method of copying, and you'll probably get you'll still get backlash for copying, but hey, at least you'll have the praise in the sense that you aren't copying illegally, that you're using the regular legitimate method to copy levels, and that's copying levels that are already copyable. Unless you're copying levels that were originally stolen through external means, then you could be in slight trouble. But yeah guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Comment, like, and subscribe, and hopefully I'll get another video out soon on something further. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.